Most governmental entities receive revenue from several different sources, but all revenues a governmental entity receives, regardless of the source, are considered public funds. Some sources of revenue include taxes. This includes property or ad valorem taxes, sales taxes, licensing and permit taxes, and income taxes. Many times, certain tax revenues have a restricted use. For example, a property tax or mill may have been passed for the recreation district. That means all revenues collected from that tax must be spent on that recreation district. Even though the use of those revenues is restricted to benefit the recreation district, those revenues are still public funds. Intergovernmental revenue. This kind of revenue usually comes in the form of grants, tax sharing agreements, or reimbursement for services from other local governments, the state, or the federal government. Self-generated revenue. This includes revenues from utility systems, parking facilities, rents, sales of surplus property, and royalties. The fact that revenues are generated from a service does not change the fact that once they're received by the governmental entity, they become public funds. For example, the city owns a parking garage and people park there for a fee when going to City Hall or the courthouse. The revenue generated by the city-owned parking garage is public funds. Miscellaneous and other revenues include all other revenue collected, even from donations. For example, a private person or corporation may make a donation to a city to assist in the renovation of a city-owned historical building. Once those funds are received by the city, they become public funds. All public funds must be spent for a public purpose and meet the requirements of Article 7, Section 14 of the Louisiana Constitution. Public purposes include traditional government services, including administrative expenses. They may also include economic development and tourism, as well as social services that benefit the public welfare. In order to determine whether the use of public funds is for a public purpose and comports with Article 7, Section 14, please review the Cabela's test and Cooperative Endeavor Agreements FAQ on the Louisiana Legislative Auditor's website. Here's the link. Learn more by visiting the legal FAQs at the Legislative Auditor's website at lla.la.gov. This video is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for legal counsel. Please consult with your attorney before making any decisions.